Supplements are products that are taken by mouth and contain a dietary ingredient, such as vitamins, minerals, herbs and botanicals, amino acid, enzymes, probiotics, antioxidants, or other nutrients. If you don't consume enough fruits, vegetables, or other healthy foods, a vitamin may fill nutritional gap right there. I mean, if you eat any food and you don't have vitamins, protein, minerals, fats, fibers, and stuff, supplements are made available to supplement it for you. And that is why you always see multivitamins made with fruits or vegetables, or both, because you're not getting enough nutrients from what we eat. Of course, we don't get it. And that is why it is recommended human beings take a healthy supplement every day, from fish oil to multivitamin to diet pills. So I'm teaching today 8 important supplements your body needs to function at optimal level, and the best healthy foods to get them from. But let's do that when I return from the break. I'm Dr. Betty. You're watching Healthy Living with Buffer Talk Show. Let's take a break. I'll be right back.
Health is wealth. Vital is vital. You gotta take care of yourself.
Hello, do you want to live your best? You want to live your way into a healthy and beautiful body, free from all forms of diseases such as diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, hemorrhoid, and so on? Are you limited to particular food intake due to your health status? Oh yeah, I bring to you good news, as you can eat what you want. Contact us today for any of these services. Holistic nutrition consulting based on individual health status such as diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, among others. Visit us in our office at 10039 Bisonet Street, Suite 228D, Houston, Texas, with zip code 77036. You can as well book an appointment with us on our website www.begandbomservices.com or call 347-61 35485 347-61 35485. At B&B, your health matters to us.
Health is wealth. Vital is vital. You gotta take care of yourself.
Welcome back, everybody, to Buffer Health and Nutrition Talk Show. Thank you so much for joining us today. Our discussion today is on supplements. So let's get started. Many people ask questions on what supplement is good for this, what supplement is good for that. Well, bunch of questions come when it comes to supplement. And they have no idea that supplement intake is not about the best supplement, but about which supplement your body really needs and the amount you take. That is what supplement is all about. It's not just taking any supplement. So we're going to be talking about 8 supplements that are very essential to human body, the amount to take, and the best food to get them from. That is the reason why we are here today. So let's get started. Number 1 is iron. Yes. I've received a lot of calls. I've met many people asking questions on iron, and also have encountered with people complaining so many symptoms that shows that they lack iron. I mean, they are iron deficient. You see, when people complain about some things going on in their body, the changes, the reaction, the feelings, of course, it's always about what we eat on a daily basis. Now, iron is an important component of hemoglobin, the substance in red blood cells that carries oxygen from your lungs to transport it throughout your body. What does that mean? It means that iron is a component that promotes hemoglobin, which provides oxygen to damaged cells, tissues, and organs. And this makes hemoglobin in human's body about 2/3 of the body's iron. And that is why an iron plays an important role in strengthening the immune system, which make it necessary for the body's ability to fight diseases and infections. So therefore, low iron status can interfere with immune function and the healing process if your cells, tissues, or any of your organs is defective or damaged. Iron is a component that helps convert food to energy in the body. So when you eat any foods, for instance, any carbohydrates, gari, fufu, bread, rice, they are all the food that can be converted to energy in your body. So iron makes this possible. It makes the conversion of the food into energy possible in your body. And that is why iron is very important. So when you have symptoms like unusual tiredness, that is feeling tired all the time, symptoms like paleness, this is when your hemoglobin in red blood cells gives blood its red color. So low level during iron deficiency make the blood less red. That is what paleness is. Another signs are shortness of breath, headaches and dizziness, heart palpitation. Heart palpitation is when your heart beats very fast than normal heartbeat rate. Keep in mind that heart palpitation could be a sign of, number one, dehydration from excessive sweating or physical activity. It could be a sign of effects of medical and recreational drugs. It could also be a sign of excessive tobacco, alcohol, or caffeine use. It can also be a sign of certain medications or sign of anxiety. So it doesn't necessarily mean that when you have heart palpitation, you lack iron, your hemoglobin is low, no, it could be a sign of all these that I mentioned. If you don't have enough iron, your body cannot make enough healthy oxygen carrying red blood cells in your body. So when you see a lot of people complaining, oh, I'm having headache, I'm feeling tired, I'm this, I'm that, my heart beats, things like that, I can't breathe. It could be a sign of low hemoglobin, low iron. So you need to take iron to boost your hemoglobin. Or if it is really, really low, that is when you see that chronic dizziness. You feel like fainting. You feel like you're not breathing. You have to take immediate action and start boosting your blood. Otherwise, if you wait until you start fainting, passing out, that you might probably need a blood transfusion. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to wait until that happens. So you want to start taking your iron every day. Don't wait until you see the signs. It is very important, and I want you to keep in mind. Now, how much do you need to take? Because when human beings want to take medication, especially supplements, they have no idea that it goes by the dose. You don't just go on a counter, get this supplement and start taking without being prescribed by your doctor or without being told by any health professional, doctor, dietitian, nutritionist. You need to be prescribed that certain medication before you can take it. Now, how much do you need? You need every day. That is what we call DV, daily value for iron, is 18 milligrams, both men and women. That is what your body needs every day. And where can you get it? If you have your capacity to buy the food that will provide all these supplements. Some people don't like to take supplements. They can't even swallow pills. We have people like that who cannot even swallow pill. So they prefer to have it from the food they eat daily. So where do you find this iron? You get it from fortified cereals, brown rice, soya beans, beef will give you, shellfish will give you iron, dry fruit will give you iron. You can get it from beans, lentils, dark leafy greens. You can get iron from dark chocolates. You can get it from mushrooms and squash seed and more foods. Next is calcium. Your body needs calcium to build and maintain strong bones. We all know that. Of course, we were taught when we were in school, you need calcium for bones. If you don't know that calcium is for your bones, that means you've never been to school. This is the first thing you would learn when you are in high school or elementary school. They will teach you right from elementary school. So your body needs calcium to build and maintain your bone. I mean, strong bones. Your heart, muscles, and nerves also need calcium to function properly. And this makes calcium important for bones health throughout your life. Some studies show that when calcium is taken along with vitamin D, it protects against cancer, diabetes, and high blood pressure. If you don't get enough calcium, you could face health problems related to weak bones called osteoporosis. So if you rely on what you eat, which is not giving you enough calcium, you may probably be at risk of osteoporosis. And that is why you see a lot of people today who are not getting enough calcium, having problem with their bones. When your bone is weak, it is osteoporosis. So now, how much do you need when it comes to calcium? This has to do with age and sex. I mean, your gender. Men ages 19 to 70, you need to pay attention to this because many people have taken wrong dosage and it's affecting their body. If you take too much of these minerals, it can also cause osteoporosis. If you don't take enough, it will cause osteoporosis. So you have to know the amount of what to take. And don't forget, again, you cannot do this by yourself. You need prescription by your doctor. So men ages 19 to 70 will take 1,000 milligrams. Men ages 71 and older will take 1,002 milligrams. Now, when it now comes to women, ages 19 to 50, you take 1,000 milligrams. So 51 and older will take 1,002. And where can you find all this? In the food you eat. Possibly you have money to eat all this food that will give you this minerals. You can find it from plain non-fat yogurt. You can get it from low-fat soy milk. You can get it from cooked spinach. And of course, from tofu. All this food will give you calcium. Next is potassium. Potassium is one of the most important electrolytes in the human body. And as an electrolyte, potassium is vital to healthy functioning of all of your body's cells, tissues, and organs. And how much do you need? Women need 2,600 milligrams, while men need 3,400 milligrams. That's what you need to take. How often? A test must be carried out to determine whether you need it every day or not. But you need potassium in your body. If you don't have enough potassium, then you need to supplement it. If you don't get it from the food, you have to take supplement. All this I'm saying, I'm actually telling you that this is what you need to get from the food you eat. And if you cannot eat the food that will give you all these minerals and vitamins, buy supplement and take it every time if you need one. Where do you find potassium? Which food gives potassium? You find potassium from lima beans, baked potato with skin. So if you go to the restaurants and you ask for mashed potatoes, make sure it is the one that is mashed with the skin. You get enough potassium if you take mashed potato with skin. You can also get potassium from squash. You can get it from banana. You can get it from tuna and more. I'm just giving you few from what we give you. I can't be listing all the food that will give you these minerals and vitamins. So I just picked the one that have high minerals and vitamins. So it's not that I'm giving you the food that can only give you that. We have more. I'm just giving, because of our time, I'm just giving you few. Dietary fiber is number 5. Dietary fiber does way more than just keep you regular. It helps to lower cholesterol, keep your body sugar stable, make it easier to lose weight, and even help keep your body alive longer. Your body needs 2 types of fiber: soluble and insoluble fiber. These are the 2 types your body needs in order to get the benefits of dietary fiber. These 2 types of fiber both come from plants and are forms of carbohydrates. You get them from carbohydrates. Any carbohydrate food will always come with fiber, except if you eat unhealthy carbohydrates. And even with unhealthy carbohydrates, you still get little fiber. So it comes from carbohydrate, whether healthy or unhealthy. So it's probably best known for its ability to prevent or relieve constipation. Yes. Because when you eat fiber, you have bowel movement. So you don't have constipation. You don't have indigestion. Your food will digest easily. That is what fiber does in your body. And how much do you need? Women need 22 to 23 milligrams, while men need 28 to 34 milligrams. Bam. And where do you find this? Which food gives you this? You get it from mainly in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. Yes. Food like wheat, cereal, beans, berries such as raspberry, blackberry, blueberry, all the berries, they carry dietary fiber. Number 6 is magnesium. Magnesium is needed for more than 300 biochemical reactions in the body. Why? Because it helps to maintain normal nerves and muscle function, supports a healthy immune system, keeps the heartbeat steady, and helps bone remain strong. That's what magnesium does in your body. And it also helps adjust blood glucose level. So if you are diabetic, you want to take magnesium daily. Yes, because it's going to help you keep your glucose level at bay. Yes, keep it at bay. So you want to make sure you take magnesium every day. Now, how much do you take? You need 310 to 420 milligrams for adults, depending on age and gender. And where do you find it? Which food will give you this mineral? Because magnesium is a mineral. Legumes, nuts, seeds, whole grain, and green leafy vegetable, just to mention a few, will give you magnesium. So you want to eat more fruit, more seed like flax seed, pumpkin seed, sunflower seed, And nuts like peanuts, almond nuts, all those nuts will give you, give you magnesium. Whole grains like wheat bread, like cereal, they are grains. Brown rice, also grain. Green leafy vegetables like kale, like collard greens, spinach, water leaf, short corn, jute leaf, jute leaf, and so on. This will give you, magnesium. Number 7 is vitamin D. Vitamin D is a nutrient. Now, let me tell you this. Anything vitamin D, A, B, C, they are all vitamins. Why magnesium, iron, calcium, those are minerals. Both minerals and vitamins are considered micronutrients. Yes, M-I-C, micronutrient. Why those carbohydrate, protein, fiber, fat are considered macronutrient, which is MAC. Vitamins and mineral helps break down micro, which is carbohydrate, protein. That is why your food must contain vitamins, minerals, in order to break down the carbohydrate you eat. So when I see people eating eba with just ata, where is your minerals, your vitamins that breaks down your carbohydrates? You don't have it. You don't have juice, you don't have vegetables with your food. So your carbohydrates will not be broken when you eat them. And that is why many people develop having constipation, indigestion, because there is no vitamins and minerals that will break down your carbohydrates and your protein. Everything you eat that are not micronutrients must be broken down when you eat them by micronutrient, which is vitamin and minerals. And that is why you normally see people taking oranges, eating fruit and vegetable, having bowel movements, because they contain a lot of fiber that will make their food digest easily. So if you are not eating fruits, you are not eating vegetables, definitely you cannot have vitamins and minerals that will break down the carbohydrates, the bread, the gari, all those stuff. They are carbohydrates. They are not even healthy, except you eat healthy ones, such as brown rice. So vitamin D is a nutrient you need for good health. And what does it do in the body? Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium. That is one of the main building blocks for strong bones. So, together with calcium, vitamin D helps protect you from developing osteoporosis. So, if you are the type of person that takes vitamin D and calcium, you are not likely to have any problem whatsoever called osteoporosis. And if you have osteoporosis, definitely vitamin D and calcium must be part of the supplement, or probably as one of your medication. Yes, it will be part of the medication the doctor will prescribe for you, most especially calcium. Some people don't even know what osteoporosis is. Osteoporosis is a disease that thins and weakens the bones and makes them more likely to break. So if you are not taking calcium and vitamin D, you will have a weak bone. If you cannot get it from the food you eat daily and you are not supplementing it with vitamins, vitamin D and calcium, then you will have problem. Your body needs vitamin D for other functions too, not only for bones. Your muscle need it to move. Your nerves need it to carry messages between your brain and your body. Your immune system needs vitamin D to fight off invading bacteria and viruses. Remember when we had COVID, every human being lived on vitamin D, zinc, vitamin C. We lived on that during COVID. And it really works. Why? Because it fights off the invading bacteria and viruses in our body system. Yes. And how much do you need? Adult women and men, 19 to 70 years, need to take 15 mcg. And that is 600 international unit. Adult women and men ages 71 and older need to take 20 mcg. That is about 800 international unit. Yes, that's what you need daily. Now, where do you find these beautiful, wonderful, amazing vitamins, vitamin D? You get it first from sunlight. That is the natural way to get it. And how long do you stay in the sun? I've said it on this platform. How long you stay to get enough vitamin your body needs. You don't just go in the sun and stay there forever, because you need vitamin D and you don't want to get it from the food, you don't want to take supplement, so you want to get it in a natural way, so you get in the sun and stay there from morning till night, no, or the whole afternoon, no. You need 10 to 18 minutes in the sun. And that 10 to 18 minutes in the sun will give you exactly vitamin D your body needs daily. Guess what will give you that? 3 ounces of salmon fish. Yes, we give you vitamin D your body needs daily. Tuna will give you vitamin D. Unsweetened soy milk will give you vitamin D. 1% milk, fresh milk, will give you vitamin D. I'm not talking about refined milk, powder milk, no. You get vitamin D, but it's not as healthy or enough you will get. Of course, it's refined, it's chemicalized, they put so many things in it that extract the nutrients from the milk. But the fresh milk will give you the real vitamin you need. Non-fat plain yogurt will give you vitamin D. Fortified orange juice will give you vitamin D. And lastly, zinc is number 8 of important supplements your body needs. Zinc is needed for the proper growth and maintenance of the human body. It's also a good supplement, mineral, and it's found in several systems and biological reactions. And it's needed for immune function, wound healing, blood clotting, thyroid functions, and more. That's what you need zinc for. Of course, we use it for immune booster when we had COVID. When you get burns, like, joy, you have wounds, cuts, you have cuts, you have to make sure that your wounds, your cuts heal on time. Take zinc. Zinc help wounds to heal as quick as possible. Then if you take it regularly, you won't have blood clots. Yes, you won't have blood clots. It's also good for thyroid functions and more. So zinc is good. How much do you need every day? The recommended daily amount of zinc is 8 milligrams for women and 11 milligrams for adult men. If you require a supplement, dosage recommendation can vary depending on your needs. If you do a test, all this, let me tell you this, all these supplements I mentioned, it's not something you can decide today and start taking it because BOFA said you should. No, there must be a test, medical test, like a blood test. They will run on you that will show amount of this supplement you need. Especially vitamins. You don't take vitamins on your own. You don't decide on your own and start taking vitamins. No, especially vitamin D. My 2 kids did their annual blood check. I can run tests on them in my own house to determine how much they need. So I have to take them to their doctors to determine that. That's when I can give them the amount of vitamin D their body needs, prescribed by their doctors. I cannot do it on my own, regardless of. So you need to see your doctors and make sure your doctor determines what you need and the amount you need. Yes, of course, we eat food that contains all these nutrients, but they are not enough. Never enough. Don't let anybody deceive you that this diet plan I'm going to give you will give you all the nutrients your body needs. That is a lie. The food don't give you all the nutrients. You can never get the nutrients your body needs daily from the food you eat. You can only supplement with the food you eat. You still need to take supplements. And why do you want to take it? You need it because your body needs all these things to fight off these invading bacteria and viruses in your body. And this must be determined by your doctor to know the amount you need. Because if you take too much, there will be a problem. If you don't have enough, again, you will have problem. So you need to see your doctor before you can take it. Now, if your test says that, yes, you need a supplement, dosage recommendations can vary depending on your needs. Yes. For instance, let me give you an example. My 2 children went for a blood work. Both of them are low in vitamin D. Like I said, we can't get direct sunlight. And the food we eat do not give us enough vitamin D. Guess what? Despite that we live in the same house, we eat most of the food is not the same thing, but we eat healthy in my house. Both of them don't have the same dosage when the doctor recommends. The girl is having lower than the boy. So her own recommendation of the amount of some vitamin D she must take is higher than the one my boy would take. She must take a very high dose once a week, and the boy must take very low dose every day. Can you now see? If I don't take them to the doctor, I'll probably go to the pharmacy counter and just get vitamin D. I will not even get the right one for them. And I'll just tell them to be taken. How many? I won't know. Yet they won't have enough. Or they probably have more than what the body needs if I don't take them to the doctor. So that is the reason why we must take all our children and ourselves to the doctor for a test to determine whether we need it or not. It's not about taking the best supplements here. It's about how much your body needs and where you can get them from. That is it. That is the ideal here. Annually, we must take a test that will show us that we are in a good shape. And if anything is low or missing, we quickly fix it before it gets worse. That is what we do. Preventive care. That's what my family stands for. Because I don't have time to go and sit down with anybody in the hospital taking care of them when they get sick. Because I don't get sick. And I don't have time. I'm too busy for that. So I have to prevent it now before it happens. And I won't be available to take care of it. And remember that when you are sick or any of your family member is sick, both you and those that take care of you when you are sick are also sick. Because the stress you are putting them through will make them sick. So you have to think about it like that. So you cannot afford to be sick, because when you are sick, everybody around you is sick because they will be taking care of you emotionally, physically. mentally they will be sick. So you have to be very careful and prevent it now. Go to your doctor and do your annual checkup and make sure that everything is fine. If you need to boost your hemoglobin, do it. Go to your doctor. It will prescribe the amount of iron you need. Don't wait until this thing gets out of hand. That is what we stand for on this platform. We advocate for preventive measure. And where do you find this zinc? Which food will give you this zinc? Meat, seafood, dairy products, nuts, legumes, and whole grain. All these offer relatively high levels of zinc. If you look at the food, if you pay attention to the food that I've been mentioning so far, almost all the food I mentioned for each supplement has the same. Yeah, they have the same. So if you are eating all this food, you are actually getting 2 to 3 supplements from the food you eat daily. But in the moment we don't have enough food that will give us this thing, that is why we need to supplement. Regardless, we still need to supplement. So don't deceive yourself or let anybody deceive you. If you come to see me as a consultant and you tell me your problem, I am not going to tell you that the food you are going to eat will give you everything, as in your nutrients. It is not going to happen. I will tell you to take supplements. Especially these days that we don't even have money to buy food. We don't have money to buy healthy food because those healthy food out there are very, very expensive. If I go to the store to get my food stuff, I buy organic, natural food, and they are very expensive. I spend triple buying this healthy food compared to all this conventional or all this regular food. I will not call them unhealthy. I spend more. So if you don't have money to do this, definitely you must supplement. If you are healthy, you only need to run tests, annual comprehensive tests, every 1 time a year. That's it. If you are being told to do that every 3, 4, 6 months, that means you are sick. I'm telling you, believe it or not, that means you are sick. Here are the important things I want you to keep in mind when taking supplements. And this is very important. I need you to pay attention. First thing you want to do is you want to consult your healthcare professionals before taking dietary supplements to treat health conditions. If you have any health conditions you are treating, you don't just take supplement without your doctor, your nutritionist or dietitians aware of that. That is one. Number 2, you need to get your healthcare professional approval before taking dietary. Even though you consult them, you don't just consult them. You need to make sure they approve whatever you want to take, the supplement you want to take before you take them. Number 3, if you are scheduled to have any type of surgical procedure, talk with your healthcare professional. And when I say healthcare professional, I mean your doctor, your nurse, your nutritionist, or your dietitian. You need to speak to them about any supplement you take. It could be surgery for cancer, it could be surgery for anything. That's what we mean by procedure. You know why you want to do that? There are some supplements you need to stop taking before you can go through that procedure. Now, for instance, iron. They will ask you to stop taking iron. Why? Because when you are taking iron, you're having more blood. And if you want to do a surgery, definitely you will lose a lot of blood. So they want to reduce the flow of that while performing the procedure, the surgery. So you have to stop that iron. And take note, if you are a woman, you have your period every month. During your 5 days menstrual cycle, You will have to reduce the iron intake so that you don't bleed too much, especially those that have heavy flow. You need to reduce the iron supplement intake for during that your menstrual cycle window so that you don't bleed too much. Because the more you take supplement or any iron, it will make you bleed more. It gives you more blood coming out. So that is what I'm talking about. That's perfect example of what I'm talking about. And the last one, you want to keep in mind the term natural. This term natural doesn't always mean safe. Yes. Some all-natural botanical products harm your liver. They harm your liver. So when you see natural written on any product, it doesn't mean that it is natural, it's good, or it's perfect for you. Yes. A dietary supplement safety depends on many things, such as its chemical makeup, how it works in the body, and how it is prepared and the amount you take. I just told you the amount you take and where to get them. This is what supplements, safety it's all about. The next part is many supplements contain active ingredients that can have strong effects in the body. So you always want to be alert to the possibility of a bad reaction, especially when taking a new product. When you want to start a new product, you need to give it a test to see if it's okay for you, for your body. Bioindividuality is right there. And that is why it is always the best decision to see your doctor before taking all these supplements. They will know which work best for you. Why? Because you are most likely to have side effects from dietary supplements if you take them at high doses or instead of prescribed medicine, or if you take many different supplements. So please and please, all I said today is advice, is an advocacy. I want you to sit down, think about it, and do the necessary. That's all. Please, don't take my advice as an alternative for direct medical advice from your doctor. Don't say, Dr. Bova told us to take supplements, so I'm just going to walk into the pharmacy and buy it. No, whatever your doctor tells you, do it. All I'm saying here is just for you to pay attention to it, to know the right thing to do, to support what your doctor has been telling you. That is my advocacy here. So don't use whatever I tell you here as an alternate for direct medical advice from your doctor. Don't sit down in your house and believe everything is going to be fine when you are not taking any action, especially the one your doctor told you. That is what I'm talking about. I can only advise on nutrition. I can't act as your doctor. It's not possible because I am not a medical doctor. Yes. So I'm going to stop here and return next week with another health tips. I'm Dr. Beck, and thank you so much for joining us today. Have a good night.